can you if God is like that angry and upset, how can you not make him angry? Well, we can't, because he was like, well, if I do a couple of good things, or I put some money in the charity box, or I remember one person, when I told them this, they said, but I recycle. And they honestly thought God would be like, oh, all right, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's all I needed, and they were serious. But it's, to understand the word, it's a bit like, say a husband and he's forgotten the wedding anniversary and he's like, oh, I'm in big trouble. So he might buy some flowers or maybe several things he might have to, but because he's like, oh, she's going to be so angry. But if I do this, it will, it will calm her anger. Because if I do something or is a gift or an action or something that makes that person not so angry and bring peace, that's the word you would use if you go, oh, I'm going to do something to propitiate. And that's kind of a funny example in a way. Well, maybe not, but that's like, what could be done though? What could be done so that this living God who looks and he's like, look at and we get angry about some things that are bad in the world, but most things we're like, I don't care. But what could do that? And then, of course, here it tells us God presented Christ as something by the shedding of his blood. And then, of course, this is what we're going to be exploring as we go forward. But the shedding of his blood does something so that God isn't angry anymore. Wow.
Isn't it an astonishing thing that God presents him as propitiation? He propitiates his own wrath, doesn't he?